One of my favorite games style is platformer, 2D especially. I've played so much games in this style and I still love to play it, and Nintendo Switch is an excellent platform for those who like this style. So today I'd like to share with you some of my favorite 2D platformer games available on Nintendo Switch. Hope you enjoy it. If you enjoyed, leave your like, it helps me a lot. Leave your comments too. If you find that I forgot any other game, find that I should put some more games here, just put it in the comments too. And also subscribe to the channel. I'm posting videos almost every day here in this style and some other styles too, so I'm sure you're going to like it. Thank you so much for watching and let's go to the video.
Donkey Kong's back and barreling through the jungle.
Donkey Kong Country is the returning of the classic Donkey Kong series with the 2D platformer games. The game was developed by Nintendo and released in 2010. And through the years the game got new versions to the new consoles. And today it's available on Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Wii, Nintendo 3DS and Wii U.
The rails. And the rocket barrel. That'll have you.
The games are returning to the classic style from Super Nintendo, but now with a new graphic style and a different gameplay and physics, allowing you to remember the original classic trilogy. But no, it's not as good as the original ones in my opinion, but it's still an excellent experience for those like myself that loves 2D platformer games.
So wait. DK can bounce off enemies to get more.
The game takes about 12 hours to be finished, and in the case you seek 100%, the game will take about 30 to 35 hours.
To collect. Try finding them to unlock a secret level in each world. Careful though.
Celeste is an impressive indie platformer game. The game is made in a style of classic game, with a simple 2D graphic style, but don't be fooled, it's a masterpiece. The game was developed by Mania Games Inc. and released in 2018, and is available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PC, Xbox One, Google Stadia and Mac. The game is set in a simple structure. You play as Madeline, a girl that wishes to reach the top of the mountain, so your main objective will be that. You can walk, jump, climb walls, jump bouncing in the walls, and use dash. And believe me, that's going to be much more complex than that sounds. The game is kinda hard to finish, but the true difficulty is trying to do 100%. That's really hard. The game takes about 9 hours to be finished, and if you try 100% that could take up to 35 hours, but that will depend on your skill.
Onward and upward.
Super Mario Bros. Wonder is an epic adventure for the fans of 2D Mario game. The game was developed by Nintendo and released in 2023 to Nintendo Switch. It is even considered the favorite 2D Mario game of a lot of people. My favorite one is still Mario World, of course, but this is a very good experience if you like 2D platformer games. The game is extremely beautiful. You can play with a lot of different characters from the series, with a fun gameplay and charismatic level. Even got some new superpowers that no other game of the series has. The single point that I didn't like much about this game is that the boss fights aren't so varied, but that's just my opinion. You take about 10 hours to finish the game, and if you're going to try 100%, that could take up to 20 hours of gameplay. Braid Anniversary Edition is a mix of styles. This game is an absolutely interesting video game experience, especially if you like platformer and puzzle games, so this one is going to be insane for you. The game was developed by the studio number None and released in 2008, the original version, and today it's available in almost all the platforms you can imagine, and it's a very unique experience. The graphics of the game is extremely charismatic and unique, looking like a painted picture, and the gameplay is fluid and responsive, mixing the classic 2D platformer features with some puzzle systems, such as control of the time to reach or to get past some areas. But believe me, as you play it, you get even more amazed. The game takes 4 to 5 hours to be finished, and to get 100% the time goes up to 10 hours of gameplay, but that depends on your skills too. Limbo is another platform game that mixes its main style with puzzle mechanics. The game is set in a dark and mysterious world. We don't know anything when it starts, and just the same it's so immersive to play it from the beginning to the end. The game was developed by the studio Playdead and released in 2010 to a lot of platforms, and today it's basically available in every platform. And if you like this kind of game, you gotta play it. The game has an interesting graphic style. Most of the visuals are in the color black, and as you play it starts getting even more grim. The gameplay of the game is simple. You can walk, jump, push or pull objects, and with all that, the game gives you a lot of different puzzles to solve. All of them are extremely fun and unique, what makes the experience of the game really nice. The game takes about 3 to 4 hours to be finished, and 100% could take up to 6 hours to be achieved. Sonic Mania Plus is a Sonic game that resembles the classic games of the series, with a charismatic graphic style and a classic gameplay system, giving the fans of the series a very good and fun classic Sonic experience. The game is set in 2D levels, with stages that makes reference to a lot of different levels of the series, with a fluid and fast gameplay. The game was developed by the studios Christian Whitehead, Ed Cannon, and Pagoda Westgate, and released in 2017 to all platforms. And if you're a fan of Sonic games, but you didn't play this one, just make a favor to yourself and try it out. It's as good as a reference to the classic games, and also a whole new game. It has even some incredible soundtracks, like the original games had. The game takes up to 5 hours to beat, and in the case you want to get 100%, that could take up to 30 hours of gameplay. Rayman Legends is an absolutely gorgeous platformer game, set in a magical and colored world, and the game has an excellent gameplay, where you can walk, run, jump, climb, hit enemies, and even swim in some levels. The levels of the game are extremely good. It's not a hard game, but the experience here is going to be very good for those who like this style. Ready to play with well-created levels, a lot of challenges, and numerous characters and skins for these characters. The game was developed by Ubisoft and released in 2013 to all platforms of the time, and is available in all current platforms too. So far it's the last game of the series, and it's still one of the best. You can play the whole game with a lot of stages, and even play the levels from Rayman Origins. That's also a very good game. And by the way, Rayman Legends also has some very unique and charismatic musical levels that are extremely fun to play. The game takes about 10 hours to be finished, and if you seek 100%, it could take up to 35 hours of gameplay. Super Meat Boy is a charismatic and hardcore platforming game with some short and challenging levels. You're a boy made of meat and you need to reach the end of each level to face the final boss of the area. This way, reaching the end of the game to rescue your beloved one. In the game you can walk, jump in the walls, and use some specific mechanics of each world, avoiding all types of dangers and sauce to salt itself. The game is developed by Team Meat Studio and released in 2010 to all platforms. The game is absolutely beloved to this day, with a fluid and responsive gameplay, beautiful and charismatic graphic style, and a lot of personality. Even the player is a hard but absolutely rewarding platformer game, including inspiring a lot of games like Celeste that's also in this list. The game takes about 9 hours to be finished, and 100% could take up to 45 hours, but all that depends on your skills in the game. Inside is the next game developed by the same studio of Limbo, that's Playhead, and was released in 2016 to Xbox One, PlayStation 5 and PC, and it's also available on Nintendo Switch today. And just like Limbo, this game also mixes platformer with some features of puzzles. And again, the game is set in a mysterious and grim world, giving the player a immersive and unique video game experience. The game has more features than Limbo, giving you a lot of different mechanics as you reach some areas. The visuals of the game is ravishing and unique. Some areas are extremely bizarre, as this game has some interesting horror features, including the ending that's so unexpected and revealing, making the player remember and question all the journey in the game. The game takes about 4 hours to be finished, and if you seek 100%, that could take up to 5 hours of gameplay. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is the last Donkey Kong game. The game has features of the Donkey Kong Country Returns, but enhances everything to another level, including bringing back the greatest soundtrack composer the series ever had, David Wise, giving the game excellent soundtracks. And the game has nice graphics, beautiful and unique levels, and also the famous boss fight. That's a very classic point of the series. The game is developed by the studio Retro Games and released in 2014 to Nintendo Wii U, and it's now available on Nintendo Switch too, with better graphics. And this game is a great experience for those who miss the classic Donkey Kong games, and it's been 10 years since it was released. The sad part is that we don't know if Nintendo will continue doing it, and it's my favorite Nintendo series of all. Donkey Kong Country 2 is my favorite platformer game of all, so I would really like to see a new one. The game takes about 10 hours to be finished, and if you seek 100%, the time goes up to 32 hours of gameplay. Well guys, these were the games. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed, let me know. Click on the like, subscribe to the channel, videos almost every day here. Leave your comments if you found that I forgot any other game. Just put in the comments, I'll check it out too. The game, even if I don't know, I just watch it and maybe even try it out. Thank you so much for watching and so long.